What's good, guys? Welcome back to another video.
It's Christy.
And I'm Maul.
And today we got a good one for y'all.
Okay, so today we're going to be talking about relationship advice. And a lot of our friends our age, they ask us how have we been together for nearly 6 years. And I'm only 21. She's 20. And so they're always like, what do you guys do to stay together? So maybe we put together a list of things that maybe we can give you guys to help you guys out with your relationship. Might not be perfect, but
yeah, just some advice that might help you guys. But yes, disclaimer, we are not perfect. We're not saying that our relationship is perfect because of the 6 years we've been together. But again, it's just something we feel like, maybe these are the things that we as a couple have came up with that it has helped us. And maybe it'll help you guys. And if it doesn't, again, this is not maybe for everybody, but give it a shot. And if it works, it works. But
I really hope it works out for you guys.
I do too.
But before we get started, make sure you guys smash that like button, hit the subscription button, and smash that post notification bell as well, so y'all don't miss another banger.
Don't forget.
So the first thing we want to talk about is friendship. I think friendship is a really big deal. If you guys aren't friends before you dating, it's kind of hard to know a lot of things, like just a lot of basic things about that person to see if you really like them. So I mean, I guess you guys might call this the talking stage or whatever you guys do. But like before we started dating, we were like legit best friends. Like we would run outside, play tag together, manhunt, all that. Like we were like legit like besties before we started dating. So I think that like kind of helped a lot.
Yeah, and just again, remember, whether you guys call it talking or you were actually, best friends or besties before or you guys became a relationship or started dating, just remember you guys were friends before you started dating. So sometimes try to put that friendship before your dating life, because you can look at it as like, probably if you're under a situation where you two are stressed or something, or you're fighting, just don't look at it as like, that's my boyfriend or girlfriend. Maybe go back to like, when we were best friends, how did we kind of solve those conflicts between each other? But yeah.
That's pretty good. Maybe let's talk about communication next. I feel like communication is really big. Like if you guys don't have communication, then what do you have? You can't talk to your partner and tell them, I like this, I don't like that, like can we do more of this type of thing? Then you guys, it's hard to progress in a relationship. And another thing, like I feel like a lot of people, I don't know, I'm not a cheater, Crystal's not a cheater, so I think it's mainly because we have communication. Like if we didn't like something, we would tell the other person that we didn't like it, instead of going out and finding someone that would do it better. We can just tell each other, and we can just fix it, and we can do it better within ourselves.
Yeah, don't be scared to talk to your partner. And not saying leave them or anything, but if you feel like you can't talk to your partner, like sit down one-on-one and tell him something as simple as your feet smell or something. I need you to fix something about it. Don't, like, maybe that's not the relationship for you, or just sit down one-on-one and have a conversation. Like, this bothers me, I know this bothers you, and just compromise, which brings us to our third one, compromise. But I don't know how to start compromise. Like, I guess compromising with each other is like key, because some things he might not like that I do. There's some things he does that I don't like. But sometimes you have to learn how to, come together and like compromise with each other so that you two are happy. So almost like a 50-50.
Yeah, I think that you should really try to like just please each other. Like even if it's not just making each other happy, but I'm saying like if you get into an argument over like something small, just try to, instead of just like butting heads, just try to just meet in the middle to find like a common ground that you guys feel like, okay, well, I guess I don't really like that, but you did say we could do this if we did that. So it'll kind of work out for the best if you guys just find like, meet an agreement that works for both of you guys.
And remember, it's not about, well, I've been doing this and this and that, and you don't want to compromise with this and this and that. Again, no, it's not really, although you want it to be 50-50 sometimes, that doesn't mean like if you yourself, you stop doing certain things, and that doesn't automatically mean that somebody else or like the other person has to like already give up everything just because you don't like anything, if that makes sense. That makes sense, right? Yeah.
No, I had no idea what she's talking about. I think what she's trying to say is in a relationship, it's not always 50-50.
Yes.
Sometimes it's 40-60. But
Yes.
that just because you give 40-60 this time, that doesn't mean that you have to give 40-60 every time.
There you go. That's what I'm thinking. Yes.
Maybe the next time the other person gives 60 and you only give 40. But it's what she's trying to say. It's like we're just trying to make it as equal as possible. And
Yeah, you want to make it
everybody.
equal as possible, but you don't always have to.
And also, I think you also mentioned the open-mindedness and like being like. I think that's another thing we want to talk about. Being open-minded.
That's also big.
Yeah, she's Puerto Rican and I'm African American or whatever.
So 2 different cultures.
So we like do a lot of things different, like just basic stuff on how I was raised. I come to her house and I see her doing this. And I'm like, girl, we're like, what you doing? Like, that's not how you're supposed to do that. But I have to be more open-minded and like, okay, this is a little bit different, but it still gets the job done. So I'm not gonna, badger her about doing it differently. Just being open-minded, it'll save you a lot of arguments. I promise you. You just
a lot, guys.
If you just be open-minded about the way you
about certain things, yeah. Because like he was saying, in the beginning of our relationship, again, he's like Black culture. I'm from Hispanic culture, so some things are, although a lot similar, there's still like some differences. So he would spend a lot of time in my house, so he would see how maybe we did certain things in our household. Whether it was something as simple as like how we do dishes in the house, but like again, at the end of the day, you just have to learn how to like compromise. And it's like, again, she just grew up this way. That's her culture. That's how they're doing it. So you don't automatically just have to like, talk bad about how you two are doing stuff. Just again, be open-minded for sure.
And then another thing would probably be trust
and loyalty.
Yeah, trust and loyalty. Having that trust within each other. I promise you, it'll save you a lot of sleep if y'all just trust your partner. Y'all can go to sleep happy instead of pressed about what y'all's. I know y'all seen the memes. Pressed about what y'all's partner doing. Like y'all can just be sleeping relaxed if you just have that trust in them. Like and that also goes along with communication. If you guys communicate and talk about what you like, you don't have to worry about your partner, going out and doing whatever. We talk about what we like to do. I know she's gonna be loyal to me, just like I'm gonna be loyal to her. So we don't have an issue.
We don't worry.
Of like worry.
And we're not saying this does not go for like, oh, we don't get jealous, because again, I feel like that's needed in a relationship. Like when you get jealous, like who's talking to my man? Like why is she looking at you up and down like that? But what we're saying is just like you just gotta trust.
Yeah, don't like take it to the extreme level of like craziness and searching through phones and all of that stuff.
Yeah,
if you find if you're looking for something,
you're
like my grandma always said, you're gonna find something. So just kind of keep a level head and just try your best to trust. Jealousy is okay. Like,
jealousy. I mean, again, like I said, somebody looks at you like, why are you looking at him like that?
I don't know how to smack it. Y'all probably looking at Crystal too hard right now. Calm down.
This lady's probably looking at you too. That's mommy. No, but going. One last thing I was gonna say about that. I just forgot because you said that, and I just got like distracted.
What?
But we're talking about being not. What was I going to say? Oh, I was gonna say. Sometimes, like, even if you have questions, again, we're not saying, oh, because maybe you start noticing certain things, like, oh, I think he's being secretive or something. Don't just, like, keep overthinking it. How about you just maybe try and asking? Again, it goes back to communication. Because my girl, I know we do that sometimes. We can sometimes literally just sit there with an attitude sometimes and just keep it in our heads, like, oh, I wonder if he's doing this or doing that. Again, going back to, like, the jealousy stuff. But just communicate and tell him, because at the end of the day, you're just hurting your relationship by not talking to your partner.
Ladies, don't be assuming. If he say he want milk, that means he want milk. Do not take that as, oh, I need to get him yogurt, some cheese, and this and that. No, bro. Like, just do exactly as he says. Don't jump to conclusions, y'all. Like, just take the man for their word. A lot of times, women are a little bit more like, I don't want to say secretive, but like, I guess you could kind of say secretive. Like, they are kind of like have hidden messages is what I'm trying to say. Like, y'all already know I'm fine. They not okay. Y'all know that there's something wrong if she say she fine. If she hinting at this and that, then you gotta. I know it's hard, but we gotta pick up on those little things because they don't tend to come out and say it like straight up like men do.
Yeah, we're not sitting here and saying boys and girls do this most, but I'm gonna give it to him. Yes, some of us, like girls, typically. We tend to sometimes like, I'm okay, and it's like, all right, well, I'm trying to give you a kiss. Why aren't you kissing me? It's like, I'm okay. I just don't want to kiss right now. Again, sometimes it's being a little petty with them. Just sometimes, again, at the end of the day, you just gotta brush it off, communicate, so that it just doesn't honestly get to something worse.
When we say this, we're just saying, like, you know, generally, like, what's another thing we want to stress is no roles. Like, we try not to have roles in our relationship because especially with like this generation coming up, like I know like my grandparents and my parents sometimes, like, we've seen that typically the women in the house clean and cook and do all the stuff around the household, and then the men go out and work and they make all the money so you can, you know, pay for this and that. But I mean, if you want to do it like that in your house, that's fine. It's perfectly fine for you to do that. Yep. But I'm just saying, when you go into a relationship, maybe don't expect that right off the bat from the woman or from the man. Like, ladies, do not be getting so crazy about, you know, on the first day, like, if he don't pay for this, he don't pay for that, then I'm not gonna be with him. Like, no, ladies, y'all can dish out some cash too, to you know.
Although it's a gentleman thing, because although he's saying that again, he pays for all the stuff, honestly.
Right. I don't mind paying. It doesn't bother me paying, but when you expect me to do it and you don't even try to fake and reach for your wallet, then it's like, oh dang. So now you think, all right, well shoot, we both just not gonna reach because we waiting. Then it's that simple.
No,
so,
oh my god, you're so annoying.
We both can't wait. It's that simple, y'all. Like,
yeah, but I guess that's true. Don't always expect, like, everybody says, you know, especially like grown-ups, you know, older than us typically say, you know, the boys should be paying for this and this and that. But that's not always the case, because like my personality, I love like, again, he pays for practically everything. I say I'm hungry or I want like tropical smoothie or something or any candy, all right babe, when do you want it, like I'll go get it for you. Or like he'll just pay for it. I like a shirt, oh that does look really cute on you, he'll just literally just buy it for me. But sometimes I'm like, he's, you know, I just want to get him a milkshake or something from Chick-fil-A because he's obsessed with milkshake. You know, things like that. I love also paying. So it just doesn't mean like, oh, you have to pay for him once because you're the female, that it's wrong automatically. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. If I'm buying the movie tickets and Crystal buying the drinks and the popcorn and the snacks, like, if we going out and I pay for dinner, then she got the tip. Like, just the little stuff like that.
Just the little stuff.
That just, you know, roll over.
That's how we've been doing it for a while. That's like, again, when we don't even live together, we're not married or anything. So that's one of the things we always do normally. Like, okay, if you pay for dinner, I'm like, I have some cash on me. Here's a tip for the lady. It's like little silly things like that we do sometimes. Just, again, it feels like a little 50-50.
For sure.
Yeah.
And probably another thing, a big thing that we should talk about is, especially with all the stuff that you see on social media and all this, focus on you. Focus on your relationship. And when I say focus on your relationship, I don't mean block out your friends and family. Like, I'm not saying don't hang out with your friends and do all that stuff. Like, because I still hang out with my friends. Crystal still hangs out with her friends. They don't have sleepovers and stuff like that no more because we're like 2021. People don't really be doing that like that. But like she still go out and hang out with her friends, and I'm gonna go play ball with my boys or whatever. But at the same time, don't go on social media and see the next couple and be like, dang, we need to be doing this or we need to be doing that. Like
why don't we look like them?
Like, don't, just focus on y'all's relationship. Do what y'all gonna do, and just, I mean, it's okay to get ideas of things to do from another relationship, but don't like make that, like, don't idolize that as like, oh, we need to have this to have a good relationship.
Yes, because at the end of the day, like we said, you two are your own people. What works for you may not work for other people. Because I know when I watch my movies like The Notebook, that was my idol couple, and I would always tell you more like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. But again, throughout the years of dating, we always just like, okay, like, we're our own people. All that's super cute. We can go on dates like that. Like, don't just go on social media watching movies and stuff like that and automatically like, they look perfect. Because again, at the end of the day, you don't really know what's going on behind closed doors.
They're probably not perfect. And also,
nobody's perfect.
Well, yeah, nobody's perfect. But you know what I mean. So, like, also I wanted to say, like, even don't let anybody, if you guys know what you have is special and you really love that person, don't let anybody else try and tell you what you guys should be doing in your relationship, because like I said, even though we're giving you this advice and things that we do in our relationship, it might not work in your relationship.
Yeah.
So you got to tweak it and play with it and find what works for you guys. So
if at all.
Yeah, if it even works for you at all. But don't let anybody from outside try to tell you that you guys shouldn't be together, or that we don't think that your relationship's gonna work, because they don't know what goes on.
Yeah, or if you guys do something different, then me and my boyfriend do it this way, so y'all are not gonna last because we've been doing this for a few years, so we know it's going to work. Again, you don't know because you're different.
Yeah, it just might not.
You have different rules.
Might not work like that. And speaking of rules, ground rules. We have a couple ground rules, but they're not like actual.
They're just
rules.
Understandings that we have,
and boundaries that may work for you guys. Like just set things specifically. Like if you don't want your guy's best friend texting your girl, then you guys know that's something that you guys know. It's not specifically like, okay, be in the house at 8 o'clock. You can't do that. No, it's
you're not going out with your guy friends, or you're not going out with your girlfriends because I said so. No, it's not like
it's
that.
It's just like understanding of what's crossing the line for you guys. So if you don't want your stuff like that, like you don't want somebody doing this, or that's too much for you and you don't think that's appropriate for the relationship, then fine, you guys set that as a boundary for your relationship. It doesn't have to be relationship specific.
And again, doesn't matter if somebody's judging you because you made those specific ground rules. Again, does it work for you? Okay, then that's all that matters.
Okay, and you're happy with that, then do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Probably the last thing that we want to talk about.
Yes.
Crystal been waiting to talk about this one.
I'm not. No, because we're not going into details. It's just I thought I was telling them this is key because we don't want people thinking, oh, that's not part of like what makes it intimacy, y'all. Like, of course, we've been together for 6 years, but you just have to learn how, not just intimacy. I feel like surprising each other, like when Valentine's Day comes around, even for birthdays, or not, it doesn't have to be specifically for special holidays. Like, once in a while, just like Jamal would honestly surprise me all the time with picnics. Like, babe, I have a little surprise for you, and we would go out to this park, and he would just have a picnic ready for me. Or I would go surprise him,
just
by
like
something
the
else.
other day, I got in the car and she was like, close your eyes, put your shirt over your eyes, don't open your eyes.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take you somewhere. And then we just popped up and she just took me to go get ice cream. Like, it's just that simple as being intimate. Like, also, other things. But I'm just saying, like, it doesn't have to be.
Be sweet.
It can just be sweet. Be,
Spice it up sometimes, surprising. Like, give a little kiss here and there once in a while. Little juicy lips.
Well, guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure you guys don't forget to
hit that subscribe button, turn on your post notifications, and hit that like button because we're coming out with more amazing videos, guys.
Catch you guys in the next video. Peace.